The state of California has the highest prices of gasoline in the United States. Now, the prices of gasoline have been going up in California, and there are a few reasons for this, which we have covered extensively here on the channel. But something has changed. Something is very much going to make it much worse over in the Golden State when it comes to the damage that's going to be caused to your wallet when you fill up your car at the pump. And the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has responded to these fears by issuing some advice to the oil and gas industry. Will they heed his warnings? Will they follow his advice? And if they do, what difference will it make and why? We've got everything here explained on the channel as always, guys. So as we have already spoken about a number of times, guys, some refineries over in California are shutting down next year. For example, Valero Energy is going to close its Benicia refinery next year in 2026. And alongside the shutdown of Phillips 66 in LA, that could take out 1/5 of California's oil and gas refinery capacity overnight. And anybody that knows economics knows that supply and demand dictate how much people pay for things. If there is less supply and the demand stays the same, the price of that good, in this case oil, is going to go up. Therefore, the price of gasoline that you pay at the pump will also go up too. And there are some doomsday scenarios in a sense when it comes to how much this is going to cost in the coming years. Price spikes because of supply chain issues could see the price of gasoline go over $10 per gallon in California in the coming years. And it might sound a bit hyperbolic to say that it's a doomsday scenario, but it is for a lot of people, especially over in California, where it's so expensive to live. It is the highest cost of living in general in any part of the country, and it has some of the most expensive cities, such as Los Angeles and San Francisco, anywhere in the country. If something like an essential like oil goes up, gasoline goes up, and therefore you got less money to spend, and some people will just plain not be able to afford it. Simple as that. Now, the average price of gasoline in California is currently $4.30 per gallon, which is the highest in the country. But this is also a state that is going to try and charge people per mile for every mile that they drive in their gasoline-powered cars. Just another tax put on top of your living expenses that nobody really wants. Who the hell wants this? The Democrats, of course. But who in the public with a sound mind actually wants this? Nobody. At least I hope anyway. Now, there is a bit of time to kind of soften the blow, really, for lack of a better term, when it comes to these changes. The Valero plant is not going to close down until April, so we're not going to see any kind of effects that are caused by that on the oil and gas industry in California for a good few months to come. And Gavin Newsom has been giving some advice out, most notably, of course, to the California Energy Commission, who he has advised to basically coordinate and converse with local refineries in the Golden State to ensure a steady yet affordable supply of gas for the residents of the state. But what is likely going to happen is that California is going to need to import more gasoline from other parts of the country in order to feed its people effectively, fuel its cars. Because you've got 80% of whatever the current supply is right now, that's going to be in effect in April, and 20% of the people are not just going to disappear. There are a lot of people leaving California, but it's not quite at that level. So yeah, Newsom can say all this, but when it actually comes to making a difference, that is very much a different kettle of fish. That is very much a different situation. But the proof will be in the pudding, guys, as we say here in the UK. What is actually going to happen here is going to happen. And when it does change, when those prices do probably go up, we'll bring you all the news on it here, guys. But guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. Is California just sinking deeper into the abyss at this point? It does very much feel like it, to be honest. I don't really hear any good news coming out from that state right now. And I was speaking to one of my friends recently over the break who is American, and he said he couldn't believe that Newsom is one of the front runners to be the next Democratic nominee for president in 2028. I don't think that's going to be a very popular one, personally, given how he's going right now. But yeah, we'll see you soon, guys, for much more news from the weird and wacky world of motoring and automation.